Ever been lounging on your couch, minding your own business, when you spot a spider scuttling across the floor? Or maybe you've watched a documentary and wondered, what would really happen if one of those massive Amazon spiders bit you? Well, you're in the right place, because today we're diving deep into the world of spider bites, comparing the creepy crawlies in your home to the titans of the rainforest. Let's get into it. First up, the big one, the Amazon spider. Now, this isn't a single species. It's a general term people use for the huge, impressive spiders found in the Amazon rainforest. We're talking about tarantulas, wandering spiders, and other giants that look like they've walked straight out of a horror movie. So, what happens if one of these bites you? Let's start by saying that most of these spiders, despite their scary appearance, aren't deadly to humans. A bite from many Amazonian species would probably just be a mild case. You'd feel some localized pain, maybe see some redness and swelling around the bite area. It would be unpleasant for sure, but not life-threatening. Think of it like a really, really bad bee sting. Your body would react to the foreign substance, but in most cases, it would handle it. However, and this is a big however, the Amazon is also home to some of the most venomous spiders in the world. The one that gets the most notoriety is the Brazilian wandering spider, also known by its scientific name, phoneutria. These spiders don't build webs to catch prey, they wander the forest floor at night, which is how they get their name. And their venom is no joke. If you were unlucky enough to be bitten by a highly venomous spider like the Brazilian wandering spider, the effects would be far more severe. We're talking intense, radiating pain from the get-go. Soon after, you might start experiencing a whole host of nasty symptoms. Profuse sweating, nausea, and vomiting are common. Your vision could become blurred, and you might feel dizzy or lose your coordination. The truly dangerous part is how the venom works. It's often neurotoxic, which means it directly attacks your nervous system. This can lead to an irregular heartbeat, dangerously high or low blood pressure, and in the most severe cases, respiratory issues. The muscles that control your breathing can become paralyzed, which can be fatal if not treated. It's a terrifying scenario, and it's why these spiders have such a fearsome reputation. So, what should you do if the unthinkable happens and an Amazon spider bites you? First rule, don't panic. But second rule, get medical help immediately. Seriously, this isn't something to wait out. While you're on your way to a hospital, wash the bite area gently with soap and water to prevent infection. Try to keep the bitten limb still, and, if possible, position it below the level of your heart. This can help slow the spread of the venom through your body. If you're in or near the Amazon, medical professionals will likely know exactly what to do and may have access to the specific anti-venom needed to counteract the toxins. Time is absolutely critical in these situations. Okay, let's bring it back home. What about the much more likely scenario, getting bitten by a spider in your house? We've all seen them, the common house spider, the lanky daddy longlegs, or the tiny, energetic jumping spiders. What happens if one of these little guys decides to take a nip? The good news is, for the overwhelming majority of spiders you'll find in your home, a bite is a non-event. Most of these spiders are completely harmless to humans. There are two main reasons for this. First, their venom is usually extremely weak and designed to paralyze a tiny insect, not a person. Second, in many cases, their fangs are simply too small or fragile to even puncture human skin. A daddy longlegs, for example, literally can't bite you. So, if a typical house spider does manage to bite you, what can you expect? Most likely, it will feel and look a lot like a mosquito bite. You'll get a small red bump. It might itch a little bit, and there could be some very minor swelling right around the bite. For the most part, it is just a minor irritation that will go away on its own in a day or two. The best way to treat it is simple first aid. Clean the bite with soap and water to keep it from getting infected. If it's swelling or bothering you, apply a cold compress. A cool, damp cloth will do the trick. If it's particularly itchy, an over-the-counter antihistamine cream or pill can provide some relief. In almost all cases, that's all you'll need to do. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the dangerous house spiders like the black widow or the brown recluse? It's true, these spiders can be found in homes in certain parts of the world, primarily North America. A bite from one of these is a different story and needs to be taken more seriously. A black widow bite, for example, contains a neurotoxin that can cause severe muscle cramps, pain, nausea, and sweating. A brown recluse bite is famous for causing a necrotic lesion, where the tissue around the bite starts to die, creating a blister that can turn into a deep, slow-healing ulcer. These are definitely exceptions to the harmless house spider rule. So, how do you know if you've been bitten by something more serious? You need to pay attention to your symptoms. If you see the bite area becoming increasingly red and painful, if a blister or ulcer starts to form, or if you develop systemic symptoms like severe muscle cramps, intense pain, fever, or difficulty breathing, you need to seek medical attention right away. Don't try to tough it out. While fatalities are very rare, these bites can cause serious complications that require professional medical care. So, let's recap the big takeaway here. When we talk about spider bites, context is everything. An Amazon spider could be anything from a minor nuisance to a life-threatening emergency. Given the potential danger from species like the Brazilian wandering spider, any bite in that region should be treated as a medical emergency. Get help immediately. On the other hand, a spider you find in your home is almost always going to be harmless. The bite will likely be nothing more than a small, itchy bump. Just clean it, maybe put a cold pack on it, and go about your day. But always remember to monitor the bite. If you develop any unusual or severe symptoms, it's always better to be safe than sorry and get it checked out by a doctor. Spiders are fascinating creatures, and most of them play a vital role in our ecosystem by keeping insect populations in check. They're not out to get us. Bites are almost always defensive. So while it's good to be informed, there's no need to live in fear. I hope this clears up the differences and gives you a better idea of what to do in each situation. What's the biggest spider you've ever seen in the wild or in your home? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful and interesting, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another deep dive into the natural world. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.